Before we talk about the actual criminal homicide offenses found in the Texas Penal Code, we need to first make some clarifications. The first and most important clarification involves the definition of criminal homicide. The Penal Code defines criminal homicide as intentionally, knowingly, recklessly, or with criminal negligence causing the death of an individual. This definition includes the four offenses of capital murder, murder, manslaughter, and criminally negligent homicide. Once again, criminal homicide is a definition, not an offense. You can't be charged with the offense of criminal homicide. This is a little tricky because it sounds like an offense and includes all four culpable mental states: intentionally, knowingly, recklessly, and negligently. That's a helpful distinction because few other criminal offenses in the Penal Code include all four culpable mental states. Criminal homicide is basically an umbrella term for the four criminal homicide offenses, which again are murder, capital murder, manslaughter, and criminally negligent homicide. Speaking of the offenses, let's clarify some terms that are not used in Texas, but you may be familiar with. Terms not used in Texas include murder in the first degree, murder in the second degree, premeditated murder, voluntary manslaughter, and involuntary manslaughter. These are all terms that are used on television and in the movies, which are made in places like New York and California, generally not Texas. Texas law is very different, so you'll need to forget everything you know about murder that you learned from television and the movies if you plan on practicing or working with criminal law in Texas. In fact, a major difference between Texas and television and movie law is the concept of premeditation. In layman's terms, the act of planning out and committing a crime as opposed to committing it on a spur of the moment. How long you thought about killing someone isn't central to criminal homicide offenses in Texas. What's more important is the outcome of the conduct and the culpable mental state. For instance, whether you planned for weeks to murder another person or whether or not you did it after you got into an unexpected argument with them and did it on spur of the moment, you will likely still be charged with the same offense in Texas. In other states, the charges might be different based on your premeditation.